St. Patrick's Days in Warsaw, March 2007. March 16, 2007 was the day when it happened, the second edition of event St. Patrick's Days. This year all the fans of Ireland were gathered in the chambers of Warsaw School of Information Technology. There was a charming feeling of joy during the event thanks to participants and wonderful speakers who talked about Ireland with great engagement and sense of humor. To tell the truth, they were speakers that made that day. Talking about Ireland in front of a group of native Irish is a challenge, that's for sure, but no challenge can scare our friend of the ToastMasters. The day before the event, the guests from Ireland arrived at Warsaw Airport. They were a delegation of International Police Association, Irish section, invited by a Vice President of Police section of IPA, Mr. Arkadiusz Skrzypczak. At the same time, organizers put a lot of effort into getting all the equipment right. A computer, projector and sound machines had been checking over and over. The result? Everything went well, nothing broke. Prorector of Warsaw School of Information Technology, Professor Maciej Krawczak, acted as a host. Either apart or together, the ladies conducting the event, Katarzyna Błędowska and Krystyna Lubińska, were full of good humor and always ready to create a joyful atmosphere. They addressed participants and were conducting a dialogue between themselves. When speaking, they switched from English to Polish fluently. Thanks to it, guests from Ireland could take an active part in the event. Maria Lewandowska was speaking about the person of St. Patrick. A life of Ireland's patron was full of dramatic events, kidnapping, fights with pirates and miracles. But these events were not an ultimate tool shaping life of St. Patrick. This tool, it was a love of God and a love of the Irish, a willingness to help and boundless goodwill. A history of St. Patrick could surely make a great movie, if only Mel Gibson could direct. After an introduction into Irish subject matter, there was a time for the guest from Ireland to lead the show. Vice President of IPA Irish section, Mr. Denis Dune, spoke about IPA, its job and the role it was playing for its members. After Mr. Dune, there was a speech by Mr. Declan O'Byrne, who presented short story about everyday life of an Irish policeman. Participants got to know how the job really looked like, what was policeman relations with the local communities. The policeman's job in Ireland is surely different than the job in Poland. It's much pleasant because a policeman in Ireland gets a respect and has a good touch with the people. For a couple of minutes, Declan O'Byrne spoke about the Polish in Ireland. Contrary to popular opinions in Poland, they had no problems to adapt to Irish law and traditions. A subject of police was continued by Vice President of IPA Police Section, Mr. Arkadiusz Skrzypczak. He spoke about the job of the police section of IPA. Then it was a very nice moment of handing membership cards for the newest members of the police section of IPA. Honorary membership cards were handed for partners who worked with the police section of International Police Association. Head of the St. Patrick's Days event and the main organizer, Andrzej Mańka, got his shot. His speech was planned as a moment for taking a breath. He presented a movie from St. Patrick's Days 2006 in Lublin, Warsaw and Krakow, from the first edition of the event. Guests from Ireland were very interested in movie. Their favorite part were street interviews about Ireland. What the interviewed people were saying showed that there is enormous need for educational events just like St. Patrick's Days in Warsaw, March 2007, in Warsaw School of Information Technology. The last speech before the coffee break was conducted by Monika Andrzejewska. She spoke about her work in Ireland. Participants got knowledge of Irish work system, offices for the unemployed, what one had to do after getting out of an airplane and places one had to visit if wanted to take a legal job. A very interesting feature were numbers of need of workers in different industries. IT and construction took a lead. After this presentation, all the participants went for a well-deserved coffee break. Stimulated by coffee, participants were ready for another dose of interesting things related to Ireland. Beata Suchodolska spoke about business and economy of Ireland. She told there was not a coincidence that Ireland has so high level of income and lifestyle. In early 80s, the government of Ireland accepted a strategy of growth founded on education. Big money were transferred for the development of education and science research. The result we can see now. Ireland is a country of wealthiest people in Europe. Economy is blooming thanks to leading in the area of high technology. The future is even more brighter for Ireland. The event of St. Patrick's Day 2007 was slowly ending. Participants listened to Dorota Urbanowska's speech about agriculture and tourism in Ireland. Agriculture in Ireland is in form of an intensive farming with big farms. It makes a capability of turning large areas into tourism attractions. When we saw charming green fields left untouched by farming, we got into a very nice feeling. This presentation was especially great for showing why it is so easy to fall in love with Ireland, and why everyone should go there even once in a lifetime or stay in Ireland forever. For more information about St. Patrick's Days, visit www.stpatricksdays.pl. For more film reports, view Wiley O'Hagan St. Patrick's Day Film Festival 2007.
Let me give the recognition to the people who arrived from the organization. It's IPA, so this is International Police Organization. So let me welcome Mr. Dennis Dune, Vice President of the organization from Ireland. Declan O'Brien, Travel Secretary. Assistant Social Secretary, Evgeny Melanie. Development Secretary, William May. Assistant Treasurer, John Gillard. The ladies, Janice O'Brien. And Lauren Dune.